This time at the Quick Speed Shop, I'm redoing the roof on my Model A shop truck. Alright, so when I built this truck, I pretty much made the cab from the cowl back. It was all junk, it was a AA cab. And I fabricated my own. Actually, I built this originally as a roadster pickup. I cut the tops of the doors off, and right here you can see the seam here. This is where the roof used, the back of the cab used to end. And these doors didn't have this framework on here. And I had the top here, and I had a lift-off roof, kind of a hard-top lift-off roof. But because of the weather around here, I ran it with the top on it most of the time, so I decided to make a regular cab once again. So I welded on the structure that was at lift-off top, and originally it was angled like this green paint line, but I added a roll bar to it, then I added some head space, and I made this cantilever roof. And I also welded on these door tops I made. It's got wing windows and all that. But I don't like this height here. It's too thick here. I want to get rid of this kick on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all these spot welds out here. They look like rivets. They're all spot welds. I'm going to cut all these off. Take the skin off the top. We're going to cut this along this paint line pretty much, and put the wedge back on the roof, lower the roll bar in here, and make it just a flat angled top again. But I've got another trick up my sleeve. Let's go out to the junk pile and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Back half of a 57 Chevy. It's going to be turned into a couch or an outside bench at some point. Haven't got that far yet. Floor from the AMC Eagle that I cut up in the other video. But this is what I'm after. 1957 Chevy hood. What I'm after is the shape here, the shape of the hood with the bullets. When I was doing the Model A Hot Rod Truck series, the truck that my dad is building for my stepmom, he used a 57 Chevy hood as the roof of the truck, and he had the bullets facing backwards with 59 Cadillac taillights in it. And I want to mimic his truck with my truck. Let me get this back inside the Quick Speed Shop and we'll go from there. The hood is about 45 by 40 in the usable space I want to use. So 45 wide. We got here, what did I say? This was 46. All right, so it'll start here right about on the edge, and then I'm gonna have to make a filler strip on each side to use the hood. And then what did I say? 40 long. We were 34 and a half. So shoot, I've lost some roof height because originally this roof was, the windshield was straight up and down. I wedge chopped this and leaned the windshield back. So what we got here? It'd be 39 if it was straight up and down. So I got less roof than my dad's truck. Got 34 and a half, like I said. On his truck, if you watch the other videos, bink up here, he used the bullets facing backwards. They had 59 Cadillac taillights mounted back here at the back of the roof for third brake lights. I think what I want to do is cut the bottom of the skin, cut the skin loose from the structure, get rid of all the structure, just have the skin piece. I'll cut it long so we can play around with the skin on here. Then we'll go ahead and we'll cut the roof off of this sucker, and we'll flatten this out so we can lay it on here and start monkeying around and see how it fits.
Alright, pull the bolts out of the hood here. I've got some rough cut lines laid out. I'm just going to sock up the skin. The skin should come right off, and then I'll have all the other structures jump and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it off, cut it out real fast.
I'm talking about. So this is how my dad's truck is. The bullet starry here in the front. I guess that is a lot cooler look here. And through the magic of Dolly. Whoa! Ah, come back! Come back! Come back! These things have awesome steel casters, but they roll real easy and wants to roll away. So as you can see, the hood's longer than the roof is here, so I wasn't at his house when he was doing this, so he must have trimmed this back here. But we can do this once I cut the white roof off. This round circle will come back here, and then we'll cut a matching circle down into the roof structure here, and then a red light will go in there, and I'll tunnel it back in there. Let me say one other thing. The back of this cab here, I made this. My dad and I punched these 4-inch louvers in here. This is like 22 gauge because it was light to lift off. And I also made this rear window. Believe it or not, this is an upside down 80s Chevy van rear door that I cut the window off and I chopped like a foot out of it to make this rear window surround. And you can see here, this detail line here is the top of the door. And when this was rat ratty, I just kind of stitch welded everything together. That's why you can see all these lines here. I'm going to clean all this up, grind all these welds, and make some kind of detailed belt line to cover up all this. And I'm going to blend all this here so it doesn't look like it's all just stuck together. I just happen to have a back end of a Model A pickup cab, and I wanted to put the stock panel in here. These all unbolt. I got this out of my favorite old-time junkyard I go to. It's pretty rough. It's got a couple of holes here. They repop all these panels. You can buy all these new. And I tried to buy this panel. It's like $225, and I wanted to get rid of the big window I made and put the factory panel in here to replicate the look of a factory 2829 truck cab. But the problem is, these are made in Texas, the repop panels, and the company is way behind, and they got like a national back order. So even though lots of companies show this in stock, the guy that actually manufactures it doesn't have any. So now I'm kind of in a pickle. This one's rusted pretty bad. If I get a sandblast, it's full of pits and I have to do a bunch of repairs, so I'm not sure. I don't think it's really worth it to try to use this one, but I would like to find a upper 2829 panel and put back into this and get rid of that big window that I made so the cab looks more stock. But it's going to depend on if I can find one. And I thought about trying to use a bead roller and replicate this out of 18 gauge steel and make something similar. I might try to go that route. I don't know how it would look. But in the meantime, I got choices. But I'm going to do the roof first and then concentrate on the back windows part second. But just want to show you where I'm going with this. So I guess the next step is I'm going to strip the headliner out of this that I have in there, just a little vinyl headliner. And I'm going to go ahead and use the whiz bang. I'm going to cut all these spot welds to hold this sheet metal on. There's a couple of screws down the center of the roof. Take this roof skin off, and then we'll get a look at what this looks like without the roof skin on it. So I got some stainless steel screws. I put down the braces that you saw on the inside. I'm going to pull all those out. Then I'm just going to take the 4.5-inch grinder and cut all these spot welds. And just start working this sheet metal off, and this whole top will come off in one piece. Uh-oh, time for the air chisel! So I already got it started over here with a hand chisel, but it's going to take forever, so bust out the air chisel. Let's go ahead and just pop these spot welds here. like a so. Bam. There you go. It's free already. Bam. Alright, bam, check that out. It's opened up. Can you see it? Come on over. Alright, check this out. I got my original, you gotta be real careful not to break the windshield. That's all I know. Because it's glued in there. But I've got my original windshield frame topper here. I added all this bend work up here. The roof used to be flat from this surface down to here. Then I added all this. So what I'm going to do is unbolt the seat belts, and I'm going to have to cut the sheet metal on the outside where I want it, and then cut off this bar, cut off this bar, cut out these bars, and that'll allow me to drop this part of the roof down, and then we'll make new cross members back to the roof on the flat. So it's coming along good. Up, I got into the sheet metal here just a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, I remember working on this last time. So it looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a line along here where I want to cut from this point down to that point. It's going to be right about this paint change line. Saw the sheet metal here, peel this sheet metal off, and that'll get us down to the structure. I can saw these two members off here, lower this roll bar, take these bars out, and then we'll get down to where it's got to be to do this. All right, I made some cut action here. I've cut the this free, this free, this free. So I was thinking this is about ready to come out of here. Oh, look at that. Sorta. This is still connected over here somehow. Bam. Now, there we go. Aha! Bam, look at that. We're back down to tapered roof action. Look at that. It works. Nice. I can tell you that the hood's got a crown this way, so I'm going to have to make some bows to hold the crown in it, but look at that. We've got our new flat roof action here. As I look over here, so obviously these bolts will have to get trimmed back into here to be flat with the roof, but think it's going to look pretty good. When I get back here, so say these are trimmed back here, all this is gone obviously, I'll notch down into here and I'll put my my round lights, I'll make a matching bucket down into this part of the roof here, and then there'll be a red, two red brake lights, third brake lights on either side that will light up when you hit the brakes. So it'll match my dad's truck. It'll be pretty awesome. So I'm going to clean up all these sharp edges because this seems like a razor knife now. And then clean all this up and take a look-see at what I got to do next. This is as far as we're going to go with this video because the video is getting kind of long and the amount of work I got to do, I'm not going to be able to do it in one video. So end of part 1 on the new roof on the Model A Hot Rod Shop truck. Next time, I'll be cleaning the rest of this up. I'll be straightening out the back here where the roll bar used to be, making some new structure. I'll make a couple of bows here and then get the top trimmed down and fit up nicer and start welding things back up here on the top. So that's it for part 1 here. Come on back for part 2. We'll be cranking this thing out even further. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm putting out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Tell your friends, hit the bell for the alerts. And as always, we'll see you again at the Quick Speed Shop.